Washington Commanders at Detroit Lions. Ford Field in Detroit, Michigan. We will start with the line history in this one. Washington, Detroit. We have the Lions opening up at -1.5. They're now -2. We going from the Browns game. I beat myself up for not taking the Browns. I beat myself up for not taking Washington. This total opened up at 46.5 and is skyrocketed up to 49.5 after watching what the Lions offense did to the Eagles defense. Let's take a look at the cash flow and see if it correlates with those moves towards Detroit, towards the over. 8,914 tickets in, 59% of tickets, 89% of the cash on the Lions. Then 91% of the tickets, 98% of the cash on the over. Wow. Sanka, great to see you. Bernie says unders were 11-5 last week. That helped me very, very much. This is a rematch against the former number 1 and number 2 overall picks in the 2016 draft. Carson Wentz era opened in Washington with a 28-22 victory at home over Jacksonville. And, you know, he showed a lot of heart. 27-41, 313 yards, 4 touchdowns, 2 picks, threw interceptions on consecutive plays, and followed that up with his 3rd and 4th TD passes of the game for the comeback victory. First 4 TD game since he tore his ACL in Philly in 2017. McLaurin caught 2 passes for 58 yards and a touchdown. Curtis Samuel caught 8 passes for 55 yards and a touchdown. He ran 4 times for 17 yards, did lose a fumble. And Samuel, it was nice to see him out there. Curtis, hamstring issues all last year. And he signed that $34.5 million 3-year contract. That he looked good. And Logan Thomas returned early from knee and hamstring injuries, 3 catches for 45 yards. Antonio Gibson looked great, 14 carries for 58 yards, led the team in receiving, 7 catches for 72 yards. This Commanders defense gave up 383 yards of offense to Jacksonville. Did have 2 sacks and 10 quarterback hits. Both Montez Sweat and Deron Payne had 3 hits each on Trevor Lawrence. Their rookie defensive tackle, Fedarian Mathis, injured his left knee, carted off, and right guard Wes Schweitzer left in the second quarter with a hamstring injury. And the Washington guards were rotating throughout the entire game. For the first time, this is the first time since 2020, the Lions are favored to win a regular season football game. They opened up their season with that wild 38-35 home loss to the Eagles. Goff, 21-37, 215 yards, 2 touchdowns, and a pick. And the interception was returned for a score by Bradbury. Amon-Ra St. Brown, 8 catches for 64 yards. Shark, 4 catches for 52 yards and a touchdown, but it was DeAndre Swift. Man, he was monstrous. 15 carries for a career high, 144 yards and a touchdown, caught 3 passes for 31 yards. The defense was unable to get a strong pass rush on Hurts. 1 sack, 4 quarterback hits. And Tracy Walker getting ejected hurt them badly. In the scrum, took a swipe at Goddard's helmet. He'd been very good up to that point, 13 tackles and a sack. Prince of the City says, shame you didn't take Detroit with the points. Yeah, I mean, it looked like the Eagles were going to take care of business. And they did not. By the way, our Circa Millions Pub Sports Radio ticket went 3-2, and I need Jose producing it. So we're moving that show to tomorrow. It's Wednesday at 2 p.m. Our Circa Millions show. It'll be it's going to be on Thursday every other week, but it's going to be on Wednesday tomorrow at 2 p.m. as we set up our next ticket. Take it away here for us, Andy. Commanders, Lions.
Yeah, I'm not ready to bet the Lions as a favorite. I don't like either of these teams. This is going to happen a bunch because I bet Sundays. I bet openers on Sunday night. Limits are lower, but they're still high enough for me. And I have a over 46.5 ticket in my pocket because I thought that was a pretty dumb line. And it is always nice to be, I guess, in mid-season form at picking out dumb lines because a couple of sharp books have that up almost. I mean, bookmaker Chris has it at 50 already. So That was hopefully the correct move. Honestly, wouldn't surprise me. It's gotten far enough. We see some buyback. You've seen that in the Eagles game already today. So, yeah, maybe Washington or pass for me. The only thing I hate about Washington is the offensive line wasn't great in pass protection. Dotson, at first, it's like, oh, Dotson had a big game. Dotson only had 5 targets. Just 2 of them happened to be touchdowns. He was great because I think at least 2 of those catches were like nice contested catches that he got. Antonio Gibson lost his job in the preseason and then through some unfortunate circumstances got it back, and he was good. Like, he had a nice game. Wentz was doing the Wentz thing, but at the same time, he's playing a Detroit team that still has a bunch of pieces that needs filling, and he got it done. So, Jacksonville. Jacksonville still has, they're still in they're building that roster up process, and Wentz wasn't horrible. He made some mistakes like he's bound to do. Detroit had some struggles with offensive line injuries. They ended up having Ragnow play. I think it was the right guard Tommy Kramer had to miss, but it still wasn't horrible. Amon-Ra St. Brown was good. Swift was great. I wasn't a big Swift guy, but staying off the Lions. I can't bet the Lions as a favorite. I do have this over. I'm not sure if I can recommend it at 49.5 or 50 at this point. It depends what kind of game plan I guess we see from the Lions. If they just try to, if they try to do the same things Jacksonville does, I don't know if we'll see a ton of success. But I think they just stick with what worked. And I know a lot of what they did was during, what do you want to call it? Garbage time kind of started early. Like they were down big. Like honestly, the Eagles probably deserve that cover, if truth be told. And it's same as last year. We saw that right away. What was it? The 49ers. 49ers were up big on the Lions in week 1 last year, didn't end up covering. They came back and ruined everybody's teasers. So the Lions, that is another reason I like the overs in this one, or maybe just a Lions team total over. It's a team that just doesn't give up. It doesn't matter how bad the game's gotten. Like they're not going to pack it in. Dan Campbell's ready to go get all those garbage points if he wants. So I'm happy with the movement on this over, and I'm probably just gonna leave this one be. If you really want to back Detroit as a favorite, I mean, God bless and good luck. I'm just if I did have to bet a side, it would just be Commanders. Just Commanders to win this one.
I would do it too, but seeing all this cash, and I think a problem that I try not to have anymore, and I actually don't think I have. The reason why I haven't moved on Washington is because I know that I have a bias because I missed them last week, and I didn't want the Jags. I didn't understand the love for them, and now because I lost or didn't make the bet on them last week, something in my head's going to push me to make it this week. And the main thing, and we talk about it so often on Betting with the Bag, is to have some control over our subconscious and over these biases that we have. And so at this point, it's an ugly start, a couple ugly games. And
yeah, I'm hopefully this one just gets weird right away and we see some points, but the Lions offensive line is one of their strengths, and it kind of takes away a strength of Washington's in that pass rush. So if the Lions offense is clicking, maybe they get it done as a favorite. It's the same thing as like saying I can't back Brissett as that big of a favorite. It's the same thing with the Lions. I'm not going to back this squad as that big of a favorite because I really like the Eagles. Like I'm a big Eagles guy. I'm fine with that. And so I wasn't super surprised that offense clicked, but man, I thought the Detroit defense would put up a little more of a fight. So that has me a little worried. And like you said, Wentz wasn't bad. Wentz had some flashes. So this is this is a gross one, and I hope we see a lot of points.